In a moment that should have united Nigerians in grief, sorrow, and reflection, what the nation saw instead in Benue State was a painful spectacle, dancing in the rain of blood, where over 200 Nigerians had just been slaughtered. President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's delayed visit to Benue has not only brought backlash, it has sparked a national conversation about the death of compassion in leadership. And leading this moral charge is Tinubu, a man with no government title, but a voice louder than the sirens that accompanied the presidential convoy. In a powerful message posted on his X, formerly Twitter handle, Tinubu asked a question that hit the conscience of the country like a thunder. What has happened to our compassion as a people? Obi criticized President Tinubu's visit to Benue not just for coming late, but for coming wrong in both tone and substance. Instead of arriving in humility, the president came in grand abwada, not mourning black, instead of silence and prayers. There were banners, dances, school children lined up in rain, and smiling politicians clapping by his side. This wasn't a condolence visit. It was a carnival, a state-sponsored parade of fanfare and insensitivity. Even more disturbing, it will be noted that the state government declared a public holiday, not to mourn, not to fast, not to reflect, but to organize crowds. Schools were shut. Kids who should be grieving their murdered classmates were instead dancing and singing rehearsed songs under umbrellas, waving flags to welcome a leader who arrived days late to see their parents' lifeless remains. Very sad. In his remarks during the visit, President Tinubu made matters worse. Instead of offering comfort, he said, "Some people may not like me, but I remain the president."
Not everybody will like you in politics. They hate me like hell too. Right? Well, I'm here. I am the president.
At a time when citizens were looking for compassion, he gave them ego. Instead of tears, he offered triumph. It was not just out of place, it was out of touch. Obi did not just speak as an opposition voice. He spoke as a former governor who had walked this path before, literally. During his time as governor of Anambra State, Tinubu would walk long distances, even through flood waters, to personally visit displaced families and disaster victims. No sirens, no entourage, no photographers. He carried his own bags of relief materials, sat with children on bare ground, and listened, not just for cameras, but from the heart. This is what will be reminded the president of. Leadership is not in the size of your awada or in the volume of the applause. It is in the how you show up when your people are hurting. Obi reminded us that elsewhere in the world, leaders show respect to tragedy. When President Ramaphosa visited flood victims in South Africa, there were no drums, no flags, no rented crowd. He came with action, not speeches. When Prime Minister Modi went to the site of a deadly crash in India, nobody lined up to dance. He walked among the ruins, not above them. Obi asked a question that now echoes in millions of hearts. What kind of people have we become? Where the dead lie unburied and we are busy clapping, where leadership fails to weep and the children are trained to smile through sorrow. Tinubu may not be in power, but he just schooled the most powerful man in Nigeria, the number one man in Nigeria, on what leadership truly means. He reminded us that the president is not just a ruler, but a comforter in chief. In a time of crisis, we need less swagger and more shoulders to cry on, less cameras and more compassion. Because when condolence becomes celebration and tragedy becomes theater, the nation is not just hurting, it is losing its soul. It will be said. A new Nigeria is possible. I am Dosh Kurapel. For more on this, do not hesitate to hit the like button, share my videos, hit the like button and make your comments, and subscribe to DDM TV. Have a good day. Have a good day.
Our president is coming out from the president of the people. This is our president. By the grace of Almighty God.
Our father here, we felt it necessary to come to physically sympathize with you, and I assure you of our commitment as a nation to remain together in this time of difficulty in whatever way we can. We've been to the government house and I have graciously seen the governor, and I announced even an only two token contribution of 50 million. let me thank the hospital management led by Prof here for what they are doing. I thank the government of Kaduna State from what he said they are doing to support the victims. Their response is what it should be, and I urge everybody to get involved. So I believe the right things are being done as far as regards the hospital, what the hospital management is doing. I thank all the staffs of the hospital, thank the nurses, everybody that is helping from what I saw. This is about, I think, the 16th time, and we have a 16th time. Let me first appreciate the hard work and the effort of the military in helping us to secure the country. But then we should also re-examine and ask ourselves this fundamental question about this reoccurrence where we have 16 times and we have lost almost 500 people. Why is this happening and everything? And be able to see how, as a government in particular, we can support the military to ensure that these things don't happen again. It brings me into question. I always ask at times when I listen to the present, I think it's Chief of Defense Staff, who said that their regular allocations are not budgetary allocations, are not released to them adequately. And then one questions, what is our priority? To release money for non-essential things like SUVs or renovations and everything, or to release money to secure ourselves? Because security, everybody knows, is very, very critical to our problem today. That will take our farmers back to farm, which will tackle our main inflationary item, food. If we secure the country, that's the only way we can attract the foreign investors we are looking for all over the world. So this is critical. So for me, we need to do more and make sure that we spend our resources in the critical areas where it will be. Even improving the health sector, like this hospital. Bringing them and treating them in the hospital is one thing. Do we have a sustainable foundation to see, especially the orphan children, all through? I have somebody who lost 34 family members. The trauma of that, especially these orphan children. We must all join hands, because they are not our children, they are not our property. Everybody must join hands to see them through. I, in particular, know that if such foundation is set up, I will contribute to it as long as it exists. It is critical, it's important. We're talking about, we're family. This thing that happened might have happened somewhere where we think we're not from, but we're all family. We're the same thing. And I've always said the purpose of government is to care for those in need and the poor. For me, what is more important is to ensure that it does not occur again by making sure that the right things are done by the military, by everything, to be more precise in what they are doing. If they're not precise, maybe take caution and be prepared. Two, to ensure that we provide the right amenities. The visit today is private and everything, but we have to do things to support them. First is that I have to make a personal little contribution of 3 million naira to support the effort of the doctors. But I have to look in at the doctor. Prof told me he has 1,000 workers in this hospital, because they're very critical. You can't talk about healthcare unless there's a staff, and the staff are critical. I know they are big, so I will buy them at least a bottle of Coke each. So I'm going to give Prof 1 million to be able to buy the staffs. 1,000 of them at 1,000 for Coke will be 1 million naira. So I'm going to make that contribution to him because it's important. So it's 4 million naira. And of course, there's other ancillary things. So I'll be making a donation of about 5 million.
Ekene Ebugosi. He said, I can't forget the 2012 flooding in Anambra State under Peter Obi. Trust me, Nigerians need to actually test this man's leadership. The world needs to actually see him. His presence inside the flood actually saved many lives. So you were there present.
I have a man who said he would die with his factory because everything he had was gone. And he stayed inside there. He refused to come. I said I must go there and bring him.
You went?
I went inside the water.
He said he was going to die inside the place.
I said he would die with everything he had. I said everything you have, though, you've not finished. God is still there.
So you went?
I went and brought him down, cleaned the place. The state compensated him. He's doing well today. That's what we're elected to do. You know, people are elected to care for the society, not to enjoy themselves or carry money of the place. So fighting security, like I was saying, you need to Egypt